never thought getting into a good college would be this hard.
Well, actually, it's not. It's just the one you want to go to costs too much money.
Car wash? I don't know about washing no cars, Mom.
What's wrong with washing cars?
Whatever happened to all that money people said Dad had?
Javin, your dad passed 18 years ago. That money been ran out.
9 to 5 wasn't cutting it. It's not gonna pay the bills. It's not gonna help me get through college either.
Yeah, but this shit gonna get you killed. You know what I'm saying? Like even the niggas that's in this shit don't wanna be in this shit, man.
Anything that come around this motherfucker, if a snowball come through this motherfucker, I want in on it. You understand what the fuck I'm saying?
Damn, 10 bands? Man, this shit feel like extortion, bro.
No, this ain't no extortion. This more like a partnership.
Stay away from Rumble and his crew, you hear me?
Rumble?
Yeah, bro.
The police?
They ain't no regular police, bro. I'm trying to tell you, they dirty.
Boy, you just gonna have to do what you gotta do sometimes. I mean, I wish I could help you out a little bit more, but I'm too busy paying the bills, putting a roof over your head, putting food in the refrigerator.
What you know about cocaine?
Javin!
Yo, what's up, man? We back at it. Love from the trenches, man. This is episode number 3, man. I'm here with my co-host, Ye. Ye, man. Today we got a real special guest, man.
Yes, sir.
My motherfucking homie, man. Bo G. What's the word, bro?
Down with it, Dre. How you feeling?
How you feeling? I'm good, man. Yeah, man. So, like, man, we got a lot to talk about. You know, I want to talk about all the stuff that, you know, I want to get people familiar that might not know you with like your history here in the city, like as an artist, as a rap artist, and now as more recently as a filmmaker. So you know, like I'm excited for you guys that don't know. Like me and Bo, we shot a film last year, so we're gonna get to that. But before we begin, man, we actually filming in Bo's studio. You know, so this is one of the biggest studios in the city that, you know, he opened up. Is strictly for film. It's really dope. I'm really excited about the type of work that's gonna be getting done here in this building. So yeah, man. So talk about it, man, Bo. For people that don't know about you, like you used to be an artist. You still make you still make music?
Yeah, I still make music. Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's always gonna be a passion.
All right. So give people a little history, like of your history in the city as far as like with the music game.
With the rap shit, I came home from the joint in like 05, 06, dropped my first mixtape, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 7, 8 mixtapes in, a couple of albums, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I started out basically as an artist, doing my own shit, being the CEO of a record company called Raw Footage, you know what I'm saying? If you from my era, you definitely heard of that, Raw Footage, Bars, Bullets, 16 either way, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the members.
So what your era, what year was that?
I say like from 05, 06 to about like 2015, a good 10 year, you know what I'm saying? And banging again, the concrete.
Yeah, like again, like I know where you from, but for the people that don't know, what part of the city you from, bro?
I'm from up north, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Uptown. But shit, I was basically raised on every side of the city, being in foster homes, growing up as a shorty, you feel me? So I was being bounced around every grade. I was in a different school on a different side of the city, you know what I'm saying?
So you from the pole?
I'm from the pole.
Okay, all right. So how did you get into music?
You know, shit, just growing up as a fan, you feel me? NWA tapes as a shorty, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, listening to music, and I always been a visionary, so I always like to tell stories, you know what I'm saying? So I started writing music, telling, you know, you feel me? Stories through my music.
How old were you when you wrote your first song?
Shit. About like 6th, 7th grade when I first started smoking weed.
Do you remember what the name of the song was?
No, but it'd be like, They call me the street corner colonel. That's why I be infernal. Sending these slugs up in your mug and through your thermal. I warn you not to fuck with these G's. Clutching on trees and quick to buck you to your knees with these things that have you running through backyards, hopping fences like track stars. Don't look back, dog, cause I'm at y'all smashing or some shit.
That was some 6th, 7th grade shit.
Yeah.
Still remember that shit? That's crazy.
Oh, look, hey, look, but that's when, you know, I was so young, you know, your memory is different from back then. You know what I'm saying?
That's like something that's deeply embedded in your memory, type shit.
Imprinted.
And that shows you really got a passion for this shit. If you can remember something from 6th, 7th grade you doing, that mean that shit important to you. That ain't just no everyday shit.
You damn right.
So when you was in the joint or whatever, you was writing raps and shit enough?
Yeah, when I was in prison, that's all I did was write. I went to school, got a couple of college degrees in business and shit like that. When they still had the bachelor programs, but all I did was write. I came home with like 2,000 raps.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
putting that shit in your mixtapes and in your albums?
Boxes, man. I came home and my first 4 mixtapes I wrote in a joint. I'm still releasing songs to this day. My last album had 2 songs on it that I wrote back in like '02.
Shit.
Niggas can't tell.
Damn, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy. 02, man. I was 1 year old in 2002, man.
So you got some history. So paint a picture for me, man. You come home from the joint. What year was this?
05.
What's the music scene like in the city?
Shit, I remember listening to somebody like Feeve on the radio on my way home from the penitentiary after doing 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And getting into the Chicagoland area, GCI on. I'm like, man, who's this? My brother like, oh, it's a nigga named Feeve. You know what I'm saying? He got some shit bumping or whatever. You know, I'm like, oh, okay. It was fresh. You know what I'm saying? The scene was fresh. But I remember that was the first Chicago artist that I heard. You know what I'm saying? And then they played a Bump J song, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay, the city getting rhythm on the radio. You feel me?
So would you say, like, cause you an artist, and I like how you described yourself as an artist and not just a rapper, cause you multi-talented with the shit. So would you say you took like some of your storytelling and your vision from your rap and you put into your filmmaking?
Of course.
So like what would you say some shit like what's something from your like a skill that you use in rap that you use to help make your films?
Instead of writing albums, I write movies now. So my writing skills, always wanting to be a storyteller. I write a whole album, all storytelling songs, and I'll be like, damn, I can't do this. They ain't gonna want this. So let me only put like 2 stories on the project and throw a whole bunch of this other shit that they want on there. But that's the one thing as an artist that helped me as a filmmaker was my writing, the ability to write my own stories.
Yeah, and the ability to write and tell stories is like really underappreciated in art as a whole, cause like even with like a visual type of art, like a painting or something, it could be a story in that, and people just look like, oh, that painting look nice, I like how it look, or in the rap, oh, I like how this sound, or I like how the movie look. But some people, they don't tend to recognize the story, and stories really what make the art sometimes.
Yes, sir, definitely do.
Yeah, so I want to rewind a little bit, right? Because it's something you said that's key for us that are a little bit older. And just to give you the youngsters a little bit of a history lesson, you know, before the internet, the only outlet for your music to get put out, you know, nowadays you go to the studio, get somebody to shoot your video, you drop it on YouTube, it's nothing. You know, back when, you know, because we were around the same age, it wasn't like that before. The only really outlet you had was radio. And radio, it was so hard for the radio to play your fucking song. So when you said it right now, when you was coming home and you was listening to people from Chicago on the radio, that was like, it was rare, you know?
That was definitely rare, come to find out. I had been gone all them years, so I was out of tune with Chicago radio, but that was rare, you know what I'm saying? But that little small, because them probably the only ones that I heard on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So that little small, just hearing that gave me a lot of motivation. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, I share my history with you as far as like how we had a distribution deal with Warner Brothers back then. Around the same time, 05, I ended up going away in 06, but I never realized how fucked up the music business was when it came to the radio. It was like there's only a certain amount of slots that they can play, certain amount of songs they could play per day, right? And all the big record labels had basically all those spots already taken. So it was hard for independent artists to slide up in there. You know, we learned that the hard way. Like, we spent a lot of money just trying to break through that barrier, you know? and it almost made me hate the radio. I hated the program directors. Like, I fucking hated that lady. I forgot what her name was. She was a GCI back then, but I never even met her, but I hated her, you know, because it's like, we're over here chasing our dream. We got like, bro, we got basically like, you know, money that we damn near bled for, you know, took penitentiary chances. I ended up eventually going to the joint because of the shit that we was doing to try to make this dream happen, right? And for that, to have that one person control like basically almost our destiny, I hated that.
Right.
So when I come home 2016 and I see the shit's wide open, I'm not an artist. I'm not a rap. I'm not even a filmmaker. I don't even know shit about. I just know like we gotta work.
Right.
Like this is an I'm seeing like opportunity. Like, man, what's up? Like, who's doing what? Like, we gotta work, man. Like, you know, we got access to do shit. So it's fun. It's. I don't think like even maybe like somebody like Ye's age could. I don't know if you can appreciate that, or you could just imagine the frustration with a lot of Chicago artists. Yeah. There was a lot of dope artists in Chicago that never got heard.
Never got heard. Like, I mean, shit, they ain't never play me. And it was a point in the time where I was one of the hottest artists in Chicago, hands down. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't play me. Like, this some new shit, the radio supporting Chicago artists. Like, this is some new shit.
Yeah.
This ain't used to happen like this. And they had a back door, and only a few people could come to that back door. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's funny how the narrative of the music has changed, and a lot of things changed in the culture, and this is the culture that they decide to bust the gates open for. So that lets you know, hey, they working for them other people that really want to promote the harshest shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear them talking about this activists on the radio, and then the next thing you know, they'll play the nigga song. And I'll be like, see, now y'all contradicting me. They're just there for a check. You know what I'm saying? But it's sorry that it took for this culture to bust the gates open. You know, I'm not saying that the one before it is better than this one. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it wasn't like how it was right now.
It's like the most, like, almost destructive, right? There's a lot of positive shit from this culture.
Of course.
But a lot, you know, obviously, like, we talking about like the drill shit, you know, like disrespecting the dead.
I can't remember, maybe one in that 10-year span, artist that got killed because some rap street beef.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Every time you
maybe
look
like
up,
one
artist died. Every time you look up.
You know.
And that to me, that's some bullshit that people getting rich. It's people getting rich off the fucked up shit that's going on in our city. You know, like a DJ Academics, he basically like made his career off what the fuck was going on in the streets of Chicago, and kind of like inflaming shit. I'm not saying he caused it. You know, like the shit was going on even before he came.
You gave it a platform to have an eye.
Definitely. And he, not only did you give it a platform, you enhanced the image already out there, but you gonna put it out there some more. Not only you gonna put it out there some more, he making bread off of it or whatever, and he ain't never in his life lived or experienced the Chicago experience, or even know half of what's going on really in the city. But he like, oh, I'm just gonna make my money off this because I know people feeding to the drama. This is they want to hear or whatever. So yeah, people definitely are taking advantage of like the negative scenarios or the negative stereotypes that Chicagoans have. Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, and then like even like with the DJ Academic shit, right? So I come home with a fresh lens, so I'm just absorbing everything. And like I said, this dude like getting rich off the shit that's going on here. And what really used to bother me is like the tone he used when he was talking about it. Like almost like it was a fucking comic book. You know, like the little funny voices, like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he adding fuel to the fire. And like, that's fake as hell to me, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't the only one though, you know, so, but he's the one, like, he got one of the biggest platforms. And to know that shit,
and he take claim, and he basically say he built a lot of niggas' careers from his platform. So he actually, you know what I'm saying, taking claim of the whole, you know.
So Academics, if you watching, bro, we don't be on no negative shit, but that's some bullshit, bro. Like, I ain't seen you give nothing back to the city. I ain't seen it. I don't know if maybe I missed it, but you need to come and give back, because you got a lot, bro. You real fruitful right now.
You leeching.
You need to come back and give back, man, because you definitely, you know, if anything, the city built your platform. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So anyways, let's talk about something a little bit more, you know,
positive,
more, you know, like upbeat. Recently, you've been focusing more on your filmmaking, right? Last year, we collabed, and we shot a whole film, Cap and Gown, rawfootagemovies.com. Go grab that right now.
Right now.
But where did the passion and the belief that you can make a movie come from? Like, how did that start? Like, when did you tell yourself, like, I want to make a movie?
Oh, man. Man, you know, being an artist and shit at a time when I can count how many directors was in Chicago on one hand. You know what I'm saying? And it's 6 of us. I got a label, Raw Footage, and we deep as hell. We all need like 5, 6 videos. We ain't trying to be paying no $1,000 a video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit. I need 4, he need 4, you need 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, we need to learn.
Yeah.
I picked camera up and just start filming our music videos.
Yeah.
But not just regular music videos. All my music videos basically got like a story or movie role in it. I always was like, I just don't want no regular music videos. I need my shit to look like a movie.
Right.
Didn't know it was finna be leading to that. You know what I'm saying? So when I first started filming, it was really just to help my rap career as an artist. I never fell in love with the camera and all that. I just know I got a vision.
Yeah, yeah. So it was almost like similar to you, right? I had to learn how to like do all this film shit. A lot of YouTube video, a lot of trial and error. But I never even thought about this could like lead to me shooting a film until I started doing those skits with AB. And I seen how that shit looked. And I was like, that made me believe. When I seen it, I was like, oh shit, this look like a scene. Like one scene, you know, like there ain't no plot, nothing, but it's like, this is scene. This is like, this is all I need to believe, you know what I'm saying? So now, like even like recently, I'm working on more skits like that intentionally, kind of like almost practicing on how to like put stories together and how to actually execute it on film. Working with you last year, I learned a lot. Like I learned a lot, camera techniques, just your story, how you broke it up in pieces, how different angles, different takes. And I apply some of it to the music videos I shoot, you know, like I've used some techniques, but I met Ye last year and, you know, like I overheard him telling his homie like that he go to school for this type of stuff. So it's, you know, now we got somebody from the neighborhood that's actually gonna go and is in school right now, like getting trained. So it's a different route that we took, right? But I think it's dope because now he's learning stuff that we didn't get the chance to learn. So even now I'm picking up on stuff from him and just kind of like, even with this podcast, because you know he's trying to do like broadcasting and stuff like that. That helps a lot with this platform. So I was like, ask him, hey, let's do a podcast, bro. Like, if anything, it's like you working on your skill while we doing this. So do you like to see stuff like that? Like, how do you think, like, there's like 2 different routes, right? People that actually go and go to school and get trained by people that's like in the industry or in the educational system, and there's people like us where like almost by necessity, not because we didn't want to go to school, it's just the route we took through life is like we ended up just having to do that. So how you feel about those 2 different routes?
Well, you know, I never went to school besides YouTube University, you know what I'm saying? And, but no, I commend both sides, you know what I'm saying? We need both to make this thing happen. We need the technical guys and we need the natural visionaries, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the technical guys is also natural visionaries because they went back and went to school for it once they found their niche, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's 2 good pieces of the puzzle and they fit together. So whichever one is your route, you know what I'm saying? But just know that if you ain't in a situation to go to school, that you can still do this without having to, because everybody's not allotted the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Whether the lack of knowledge or finance or whatever it may be.
Yeah, that definitely had me thinking when y'all was saying earlier, like how I was saying in y'all area it was harder for like an artist or something to get on, or somebody trying to, you know, do some type of art or creation or whatever. And I was thinking like, yeah, like we trying to do like the same type of thing in like this media circle or whatever, but y'all had to go through like different trials and tribulations. Of course I have my own personal trials and tribulations, but I ain't never had to go through like the things y'all went through. Like you said, you had to do 6 years, you had to do your years or whatever, and then you had to go through that and come out and be like, all right, go through all this, now I want to do this. But me, it was a little easier, you know. I always stayed in school and had the mindset to go through school or whatever, and then and going to school and having easy opportunities, I got to get trained by like professionals or whatever. Whereas y'all just had to be like you said, I just had to pick a camera up and figure this shit out myself, and it was kind of harder. So I do commend y'all for that shit for sure.
Yeah, one of the dopest parts of when we were shooting the movie to me that is always gonna stick with me is when we had those students from Columbia, remember? Yeah, so we had film students from Columbia University whose parents probably paying 30, 40 grand a year for them to go there. They on set with us, learning from us.
Learning from us.
You know, they're like, hey, I'm like, hey man, like, you know, we're gonna be here. Are you coming tomorrow? We're gonna be here. You know, tomorrow's a long day. We're gonna be shooting for like 12, 14 hours.
Literally.
We're there. And they're like, they were excited. So it's kind of like, it's almost telling me like, man, what's going on here is probably, we probably showing you more than what Columbia's showing, you know what I'm saying?
Because that route comes with more experience. Because you get right to experience. When you in school, when you get out of school is when you get your real experience.
Yeah.
You go through what you go through in school, you get a little, you get a lot of knowledge fast. Then you got to go and apply it. It was, that's the special thing about it, learning from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Those are some of the most vital things in life, period. Instead of going through it without no mistakes, being taught, but then you get in a real life action field and experience kick in, and then now you confused. So experience how we got it out the mud, it's a little bit more special to me.
For sure. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes on Cap and Gown. We learned a lot, bro. We learned there's a bunch of shit that we're not gonna do again, because you know, like a lot of technical shit that probably like most regular people probably won't even catch. Some more obvious than others, but we caught it. We're like, damn, this light should have been this way. Man, the mic should have been right here. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I was telling Ye, right? He was telling me like how he knows how to like set the cameras up, but he don't like it. You know, that's the part, like he just want to do his thing.
Yeah.
And you know, you see the setup we got here. We got all the shit that we gotta like carry around and set up, and I don't like that shit either. But what I was telling him is nobody's gonna come and provide us an opportunity to do what we really want to do. Like you want to be a filmmaker, director, right? Nobody's gonna just come magically, hey, Bo, here's this opportunity for you to direct this film. So all this is all the shit that we gotta do to create our own opportunity. You know, like I wanna be a producer. I gotta learn how to produce. And that comes with like, if I gotta set the camera up, I gotta set it up. If I gotta check the sound, I mean, you seen us get down before. We one-man band in there, like we holding the sound right here, checking the camera over here, checking the light, you know what I'm saying? And we supposed to have somebody for each department, but nobody's gonna come and give us that type of opportunity until we attract that kind of attention. So we have to, until then, we're gonna have to create our own opportunity. So like, how you feel about that? Like, as far as like, nobody really gonna come and open that door for us.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and get it. But this the era to do that in. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need distributions. You don't need major labels. You can really like get out there and get it yourself. The platforms and the avenues for people to take these days is, you know what I'm saying, a lot better than the opportunities that people had back in the day.
This is actually the era to where you can create your own opportunity. You know, so
yeah, because you got platforms like Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, Roku or whatever, and a few more. And then you also got the opportunity to do like what we did, create our own website and sell it via our own platform. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with social media and you being able to have track and be in touch with all of these people you so are a distributor and can become a distributor to however many followers you got. And that's how many you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is definitely the era for that.
Right, yeah, like in this era, we got the social medias and all that, so like, it's almost like you don't need a promoter, you could be your own promoter, as long as you, like, if you walk up to every person you see on the street, hey, follow me on Instagram, then you go post, yeah, I got my movie dropping, now so-and-so, all those strangers that done followed you, they gonna sit on their timeline, oh yeah, let me go check this out, let me go listen to this. Like I was saying with the rap earlier, like now we got like the Spotify's and the YouTube, you can upload your own music. You don't need a record label to upload your music. Everybody watch YouTube, it ain't nothing for you to go out, yeah, go listen to my video on YouTube. I remember back in the day, like people used to be selling their CDs or whatever. It's way easier because now you got the social media, you can just post.
I done sold hand to hand about 500,000 CDs.
Out the trunk.
Yeah.
Just selling.
Hell yeah. You know.
Like, no exaggeration. Ain't post Soldiers at War and Artino wrote, ain't nobody ever sold CDs in the streets like us.
So where you used to be at, like in the clubs, and, you know?
In the club, man, we'll wake up every morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and just go on 63rd and Hofstede, and that's where we at today, selling CDs. The next day we on Howard Street. The next day we on 111. The next day we on Madison and Pulaski. Fucker, we at Walmart tomorrow. Damn, Walmart tipping. We coming back tomorrow again. We doing 2 days here. Then we right back on motherfucking Chicago Avenue. Then we up north back on Woo Up the Bam and just throw a dart at the city map. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we was at, spreading out. Every day we was going to different major intersections of the city, selling them bitches for $1. We got like 6, 7 CDs out, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers buying all of them. Some people giving us a dub, 5, 10, whatever for all of we just, you know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, we all selling out, coming out with a couple of 100 CDs every day.
You were selling for $1?
$1, $5, $10, tell them just give us what you want.
You don't see nobody no more selling
And it was
CDs.
only taking us 23 cents to create the whole finished product.
Yeah.
The jewel, the cover.
Yeah, so you had like a 300% return on each CD.
Facts, you guaranteed your money back and some.
And we did that shit for years. And I'm talking about, besides Artino Rope, Soldiers at War was the only motherfuckers that did something how we did it. And that was just me. That ain't even counting the other members that was there. I'm talking about that's how many then came out of my hand.
You did it too.
On my soul. Oh yeah, Reese and 3-Piece, they hand to hand in the nail shops. Like I'm talking about, and everywhere around you can name. Yeah, 3-Piece too.
Yeah,
my bad, man.
They went and got
hand to hand.
They went and got a real record deal. I was all over the radio and everything.
The train, everything.
That's
like
how it started. That's how it started, Reese. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Who I came out, we did 42 weeks, #1. We ain't pay radio. The fans did. We had over 10 million fans in Chicago before we came out.
Yeah, they say ain't nothing stronger than word of mouth. That's the best type.
That's the best word of mouth.
And I went with Lil Bro, and it was over with. All she wrote, hey,
all she wrote.
So how does that?
Let me hit the line in the AM.
Reese, yep. The homie Reese for 3-Piece, legendary R&B.
Shout out Reese G, 3-Piece.
How does that grind? Does that grind translate to this era? Cause there ain't no more of that.
No, that grind don't translate to this era. Cause that was the physical.
Mm-hmm.
This shit ain't the physical, so it's a different situation. You know, like I don't like being online, but I love being in the physical.
Right.
You feel me? Motherfuckers be like, yeah, I seen Bo the other day, not like, oh, I seen him online the other day. Like, niggas see me in person, like. So, yeah, it's a totally different thing because you have people that were scared to come outside, but yet they real prevalent online these days because it's about being online. But they would be nobody in the physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how do you make the adjustment? You know, because you need to be online to win. Like I don't. It's almost like a must that you got some type of online presence, and it's something you don't like. So, what type of adjustment have you made?
I mean, I'm about to start back my podcast. You know what I'm saying? Ain't No Secret Conversations. I shot a couple of episodes and pulled back because of the location. And then now that I got my own spot now, I'm about to kick it back off. I got a couple of people coming on to the show. So I'm going to use my podcast as a way to, you know what I'm saying, project online.
And that's something we talked about when we was working together, how like you kind of gotta like have some type of online strategy, right? Because that's, I mean, whether we like it or not, whether it's our way or not, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to figure that part out, and so, but you got what you need to make it happen. Man. You got you got your basically your own production studio now.
Yeah, it's lit. I ain't gonna lie, it's busting.
Yeah, it's real nice. We're gonna take a walk around here in a little bit so y'all can see, what we're both working with.
Yeah, and I done seen people like, like the entertainers, the influencers, whatever. I done seen them in your studio, and then when we came here, I'm like, oh shit, this where they be doing that shit at? Cause I done seen like a lot of people using your sets and shit. So just to be here, this definitely dope. I'm like, yeah, I know, you feel me? I ain't know this was like right here or whatever.
Yeah, we definitely in the hood.
Hell yeah. So let's talk about your movies, man. How many movies you actually got done? I know we and you worked on one, but how many other movies?
First movie I shot was called On My Soul. It was a short, like 28 minutes. I shot it just to see if I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm finna get this joint a test run. If I knock this bitch out the park, then I'm finna keep going. I had a premiere for it and everything. Look, I shot that short in 2 days, edited it in 2 days. And that bitch was done 2 days later, like 1 week, whole short knocked out. Color correction, editing, shot, written, and I'm like, oh, I got it. I'm finna keep going. I just need more people. You know what I'm saying? Some dedicated actors that's really gonna learn 2 hours worth of dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm going right to the top. So I couldn't find that many people. So I said, fuck it, let me shoot another short film. Short film, you only need a couple of people, we're gonna make it work. So I reached back out to Young Fly, who I shot On My Soul with, Cold Hard from Crucial Conflict, and T Smooth, and was like, man, let's shoot this short. It's called Blindsided. We shoot the short, right, in like a week. They love it so much, they like, nah, bro, we gotta make this a full movie. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make this a full movie. I'm like, nah, bro, I wanna do 3 shorts before I do my full feature. And they like, man, it's too cold, man. We gotta ask. So they just start making phone calls. We called them. We got Mike Sampson, D.A. Smart, all these extra people coming in and playing these dope ass roles, and then we just adding people, man. So then the movie get done now, it's an hour and a half. It went from like 20 something minutes to an hour and a half. We done added an hour.
Hour plus.
Right? So I edit the whole movie. I go back and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's a better movie if it's a short film. A lot of that extra shit that we added really didn't go to the story. It was really just trying to get people in it and this and that. Hey, man, put me in, Joe, put me in something. I got you, come on, I got a scene for you. And that really wasn't how the story was. So immediately I put that on the back burner and was like, I'm about to start this next one, full feature, let's go. They like, what's up with Blindsided? I'm like, it's not coming out.
So you never dropped it?
No, I never dropped it. But then me and you linked and we shot Cap and Gown. So I basically used like Blindsided as experience. It sharpened my craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Cap and Gown wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have did that with Blindsided.
And it's hard as a creator to tell yourself, no, this ain't it. Most people can't be honest with themselves. Like,
man, it's some dope shit in that movie.
But
if it's a short.
Yeah, but when it's long, you like, no, I can't even do this.
So are you gonna like chop it back up to make it a short again and drop it, or is it always gonna just stay in the vault?
I'm gonna release a few scenes just as, you know what I'm saying? Teasers, little snippets, you know what I'm saying? Like how you do with Alberto and all them, Albert and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Just little skits.
Yeah, and you know what's dope about what I seen with you is your network, man. Your network is crazy because you had everybody pop out when we're filming Cap and Gown, and like you said, it's hard to get people on the same page, and that didn't seem to be an issue when we was filming. And I think that a lot of that goes back to all that work you put in when you was doing your music, when you was on the streets, you was in the neighborhoods, you was like people were seeing you. So they knew you was about your business, and I'm assuming that was a big reason why like they did show up and they was getting ready to get down, like, because I didn't really know too much about you when we first linked, you know, like obviously, like I said, it's like when you were doing your thing, I was away, you know, so I missed that whole wave. So I'm just learning as I go. But I'm bumping into a lot of people that I knew from back in the day, you know, Crucial Conflict, the Snipers, you know, Reese G. I didn't know him, but I knew 3 Piece, you know, Blunt, you know, I hadn't seen Blunt since Choke, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope, and I think that's what kind of like I love about doing film is how many opportunities it creates for all the local talent. I mean, how many people from, you know, even from in front of the camera to behind the camera, if like, when we get this shit off the ground the right way and we're rolling, and there's like Chicago, we make Chicago a hub of, you know, like a media hub and a movie hub. We're gonna be able to provide so many opportunities for people that probably never even thought they'd have a chance to be that part. So that's the part that excites me. What's the part that kind of like gets your excitement going when you think about like what you got, you know, coming up?
Definitely that as well. I totally agree with that. You feel me? Because we definitely got plans on doing that. You know what I'm saying? Providing as many opportunities that we can for as many people that we can. You know. But shit. Besides that, it'd be giving Chicago its look. You know what I'm saying? Chicago don't got no look in Hollywood or in the film world, the B-list movies, like, you know, whatever you want to call it. Like, we grew up watching movies in New York and California. Ain't never been there, but we know how they stores look, how they streets look. You know what I'm saying? With how they dress, how they talk, how they lingo. You don't get that from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always hid. Come on now, how you gonna hide it? We got the best architectural city in the whole United States. So if you want a great look, come to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? If you want, we got from hood, rags to riches. Man, we got everything in between. Like, we got shit that, the biggest Buckingham Water Fountain, that's the biggest motherfucking fountain in the United States. Like, how come that ain't in more movies? You know what I'm saying? Like, Chicago, period. They steal a lot of Chicago talent to work on a lot of other things in the industry, like writers, producers, some of these directors, motherfuckers that be doing arranging, some of these actors we be seeing. A lot of these people be like, damn, it was a lot of people from Chicago on that production. Why wasn't it in Chicago? You know what I'm saying? They should have shot that shit here. This a great look. You know what I'm saying?
And yay, I mean, episode 2, we talking.
Man, I was just finna say that. We talked to the guys from the Rammer Club or whatever. Shout out them, and he was saying, man, he literally echoed the exact same thing.
Cause he's an actor. He does, you know, they do the truck. They got a truck club, and they trying to bring like peace to the neighborhood. But tell him about the dude. He does acting.
Oh yeah, he was we was chopping it up or whatever, and he was basically saying the same thing. He was like, yeah, in Cali, you know, they got the big Latino scene in Cali or whatever. We always see that in the movies about the Latinos in Cali, but he like, you know, we from Chicago, so we know it's a lot of Latinos in Cali. They got their own community, but he like, they don't get that same representation in movies or whatever. Like you basically said, Chicago, we ain't got no image and like no type of media, nothing like that. And like you said, they steal a lot of our stuff, but we don't get the credit for it. Like, they use a lot of Chicago buildings and put them in movies, but they'll say this movie is New York, but they'll be not shot the scene downtown. And like the Batman movie that just came out, a big part of that was shot in Chicago or whatever.
Empire,
the
whole Empire,
Transformers, a lot of that stuff was shot in Chicago. But like you said, we don't get the credit for that because they like, oh, these in New York or whatever, but y'all shooting it in Chicago.
And he said the same thing you said.
Literally.
He like, man, he's like, I'm trying to put Chicago on the map, like, because what you said, we need to have our own look. Our look, we need to get a look.
But see, it's gonna take independent films to do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't look and expect the Hollywood budgets and productions to do that. And then, you know, back then, Chicago probably was one of the most expensive places to film.
Fact.
So motherfuckers stayed away from here. They be like, shit, it's cheaper to film in Toronto. They got a little city out there. They got a little town out there look just like Chicago. They shot that whole soul food, goddamn it, in Toronto. That shit wasn't even Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like they do that shit all the motherfucking time.
all the
Because
time.
Chicago was charging motherfuckers so much to come here and film. You know, Chicago gonna charge you for everything. You know what I'm saying? Chicago gonna be the first city to start charging niggas for air. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like they gonna test run this motherfucker in Chicago, and then if that shit fare out, they gonna spread across the rest of the
But
United
the
States.
industry's here now, though. The industry's
The industry is
I
here.
see the big ass semi trucks, but I hate it because it's like it's here, but it's not us.
It's here, but it's not us. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't for us. You know what I'm saying? We got to create us. You know what I'm saying? If you come on one of them sets and you don't see nobody that looks just like you, then it ain't us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like plain as day. I don't care what color they is, white, black, Latino, Asian, it don't matter. You know how we look. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell the difference. So we gotta sell and make money off our own land before we let some outsiders come in, and they ain't even gonna give us a good look, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
So I was talking to the dude from the Ram. I was talking to him today. His name Ricky from the Rackham Club. Shout out Ricky. But you know he's been on multiple casting calls over at CineSpace. He done got some like minor roles on like Chicago PD. But you know he was trying to get on Force, the 50 show, and they shot him down. And he was telling me like they filming today. He like go over on 16th and Michigan, bro. They filming today. Go over there and look at them people. That ain't us, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, it goes back.
My neighbor's a grip on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Ain't nobody gonna give us that opportunity, bro. We gonna have to create it. Once we start doing quality shit on the independent level, they ain't gonna have no choice. Almost like on some Tyler Perry shit. You know, nobody, like he created that.
It's gonna take
that slot.
See, this shit gonna take a sacrifice.
So,
Yeah.
You know, understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gotta sacrifice, bro.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all. Okay, we can't keep trying to run to them big people looking for some big budget.
Might
You know
spend
what
our
I'm
own
saying?
money.
We could put out independent films. There is a huge market for that. There's more independent movies than it is Hollywood movies. So after you get done watching a little Hollywood flick, goddamn it, you got 10 independent joints ready to be press played on. You feel me? So we just gotta flood them with great content and keep the eyes on us and keep real good stories that reflect the viewers. You feel me?
We got to promote that shit. A lot of times in Chicago, we too worried about outdoing the next man or whatever, when we could be uplifting. My bro, if he do films and I do films too, I gotta look at, I want my film to do better than him. Forget him. Now I'm promote his shit, he promote my shit, and we both could win.
Man, look, I always considered myself to be a bridge. I was a bridge in Chicago music. When I was an artist, I bring a lot of artists together. I got a lot of artists familiar with other artists that they didn't even know exist, and now they songs in this 10, 15 years later. Like, they just know them because they seen me doing a show with them, tagged them, and then now they following them, and now they doing the show together. Bridge. And to this day, bridge with film. Motherfuckers will be trying to get on and try to hide and try to get off like, I don't be on that. I be on shit like this. Since I shot Cap and Gown, me and Dre, all types of motherfuckers calling me about movies. Man, how do I do this? Man, hey, look, I'm popping up on motherfuckers, showing them how to do it. You feel me? Some shorties was just in here today, running out the facility to shoot a music video. And they like, man, big dog, how you think I should, come in, hey, man, try it like this. Put the light right here, you do this. They like, oh man, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me sitting back like, you know what I'm saying? That shit look pop. You know? I'm gonna assert myself and come right in, especially if you ask, you know what I'm saying? Or if you look like you want me to help you and you know I got some sauce for you, I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't understand, bro, like, the more that type of shit you do, the more you give back, the more that shit's gonna come back around. And I think I know that's a big reason, like, Love City's doing what it's doing. Because you can ask the people that's familiar with our situation, bro, like, we do a lot of shit on the strength, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm already knowing, like, I need the people with me to really do what I'm trying to do. But the people not gonna be with me if I'm not giving back. Like, because it's like, I'm not trying to just get on, like you said, get on by myself and then, man, I'm gone. Like, we need a whole community of people to get on board, you know what I'm saying? And that's like why I fuck with you, you know, like I told you you know, when I shoot my movie, I'm gonna be hitting you up to like, give me some pointers. You're like, fuck that, bro. Like, you gonna tell me where you at? I'm pulling up on set and helping you out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you did that just like when we first met, when I was just thinking about shooting some shit. And now that I actually was like, worked with you, did the film with you, like I learned so much that now I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot my shit. Like, I gotta shoot it. But what I wanted to bring up, the next point I wanted to bring up is like when, you know, I was talking about like how does that grind translate now? I think it does, because the way, you got to remember, we had a distribution deal in 05. So we're already seeing the transition from the music business. You know, the internet was a thing now. Music was getting like, what's that shit called? Napster. Like, people were getting it for free. So the music industry had to pivot and kind of like figure out a way with the streaming. It wasn't no more, people weren't going to the store no more. But the iPod came out and just fucked all that shit up.
That shit.
The same thing's happening right now with the movie, because I'm looking at like from the business side, right? Streaming changed the whole fucking game. There's so many more opportunities, so many more platforms that once you've got something that you can put it out on, and you could even create your own platform. And I think, and I've talked to you about this before as well, it's like we got to figure out a way of how do we do it, how do we do it right, and how do we do it over and over and over. Because what do you say all the time about people that do a movie? They do it what?
They do it once and then you don't hear from them for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, if you even hear from them again.
They're gone. Why? Because it probably cost them every dime they had to make it. And let's be honest, your first film, just like the music game, independent, you might not make no money off of it, but it's a building block.
It's a process.
Steps.
So we got to be, again, independent mindset, like the independent labels back in the day. You got to keep costs down. You got to get the most bang for every dollar you spend. If you spend money, where is this dollar going to bring us the most return? Is it going to be in marketing? Is it going to be in the editing? You know, is it going to be with the... So be real smart so you can be able to do it over and over. Not like these dudes, they'll hire some motherfucker that's out of town, is going to charge you top dollar to come do the videography.
Right.
Nah, fuck that. How you said, we got to learn how to do this shit to keep costs down. You know what I'm saying? So we can continue to keep doing it over and over, because we don't want to be the ones that do one movie and you never hear from us. Like, we got to be here to stay. And I think you on the right track, bro. So how do you feel about, you know, just that aspect of the movie game?
Man, you know, definitely what you said, try to keep costs down. So, and you already know, we're cap and gown. That's what we was on. We was trying to keep costs down. We was shooting with DSLRs. These same cameras right now that we getting filmed on right now, these exact cameras.
These exact lights.
These exact lights.
These exact
we
mics.
used that to shoot that movie, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, don't let something hinder you from just going right now. If all you got is your phone,
Gotta make
and
it
you
happen.
got an idea for a script, and you know you ain't gonna be able to get all the equipment, nigga, shoot the movie with the phone, bro, and put it out, bro. Just get it done. You know, one thing a lot of people was telling me, they like, man, I know a couple of people, they got a couple of movies out, but, you know, they ain't as good as you. You know, and then I'd be like, well, shit, nigga, they got a couple of movies out. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah.
So they better than me.
Right.
Get the works out, no matter what they look like,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Go with what you got and just grow. Niggas be trying to wait for that whole big bang. Yeah, when I get the red or the Ari or the Who Got the Bam or the Black Magic or the such and such, I'm gonna shoot me a film. No, nigga. Bust this bitch open with some DSLRs or whatever you can
experience
afford.
right now, yeah.
The cheapest lighting or whatever you can afford, man, and get the job done. It's content. You created something. It's gonna motivate. It's gonna get better. That joint might get you them cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the content, no matter how it looks, man. If the story's good.
Yep. It reminds me of what the realest shit a motherfucker told me before. I forgot who told me, but they're like, don't let perfection get in the way of progress.
At all. That's
So
perfect.
basically, like, don't wait till you get a red to film your movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, but you making progress. You got a fucking movie out the way.
Damn right.
And there's a lot of shit that you didn't have to go spend all that money on the red, because you learned a lot of shit because you filmed it on your phone. And now keep grinding, because one thing, if the content is good, people with a vision, they're gonna know. If that motherfucker had a red, man, that's theater right there. And they're gonna come. They'll find you if your shit's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, I'm like, let's just go, bro. Let's work. People gonna take notice. The support's gonna come, but you gotta get the work. You know what I'm saying?
Got to get that work in. What you just said, man. Don't let perfection, you know what I'm saying, get in the way of progress. It couldn't have been no better.
Yeah, bro. So let's talk about like the acting side, right? I know you done played some roles in your movie. I had me a little cameo, you know. We got a little agreement. Every movie you make, I need a little cameo, a little 5-second cameo. That's all I need, you know what I'm saying? Ye just did a short movie this past school year. He played a role in it. What do you think makes a good actor?
A lot of things, you know what I'm saying?
What's something that you look for when you casting people for a certain role? I can't wait to answer them questions after I make my first movie when they start asking me that shit. Like,
No, there's so many thoughts coming to my mind. I'm trying to think of which one to say first. But man, some of these things you just can't explain. Just like a connection, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no words or anything that can explain what it is. I could just tell.
feeling.
what
You know
about
I'm
the
saying?
roles you've played? Like, what is it that you feel that you need to execute on for your role to be legit when you're doing a role for yourself?
Shit, just be me. You know what I'm saying? If that's the role, you feel me? But back to the other question, it's a feel that I can get just from conversation with somebody, or just through them doing the read. It's a feeling.
And what about when you're dealing with actors that you know are not up to par? Like, how do you help that situation out? Because obviously we don't got access. We got people that are hungry. They might not just be the most polished when it comes to the acting. You know, there's some dudes that we dealt with the last movie. They weren't the best actors, but we figured out a way to where, like,
that's where the good directing come in at. A good director can manifest a poor actor and turn him into a star on screen.
Water the wine.
You feel me?
yeah. Do you think the music helped with that? Similar to an artist punching in?
Yeah.
When the artist like gets stuck on a verse and like you got to just punch them in, like, I say 2 bars and we're gonna punch you in, cut, come back in.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Doing takes, you know what I'm saying? But just making the actor feel comfortable and letting them know that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no pressure. This type of shit happens. You know what I'm saying? We got all day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't leaving till we get it right.
Yeah. Cause just so you get a better understanding, yeah, it was some dudes that was fucking their lines up. Cause they was trying to, like, they just kept fucking up. And we literally had to just be like, all right, let's do this shit 2 sentences at a time. You know what I'm saying? Just get these 2 sentences right, and then we'll go from there.
Man, people don't even, like, when you making movies, people don't even, like, think about that. Like, we was shooting our first scene, we was in a diner, and, like, part of the scene, I had to get out the chair. But fucking, like, when I'm getting out the chair, it keep getting stuck on, like, the table, whatever, man. We shot that scene, like, 5 times because I couldn't get out the chair, keep getting stuck. People don't even see them type of things, like them small things, or like you said, somebody, we was doing our scene, and like my homie, he couldn't say something right or something like that. We had to our first scene, we was there for like 3 hours, Joe. Like, it was just so, cause that was our first time ever acting or whatever. So, you know, we learning. Our director, this wasn't his first time directing and stuff. Like, he was cold with the camera, the editing and all that. But we fresh on the acting, we the talent and stuff. So we learn as we go. But after that day, I'm like, yeah, I think I got it. Then we went back and did the other scene. I felt way more comfortable with it. Like, I'm just letting the shit naturally happen. Like you said, shit, it might sound cliche as hell, but you just gotta be yourself when you acting. Especially if that's the role you playing, just be yourself to the best of your ability. Sometimes you gotta be dramatic with yourself or whatever, but be yourself, hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
is this something you want to keep doing?
Oh hell yeah! I definitely want to act in another movie. I definitely want to write some shit too or whatever. I be talking to my
Oh,
shout out
we gonna write some shit.
yeah, shout out my boy
And
Zach
see-
Luke, and he wrote and directed our movie.
What's his name?
His name's Zach Luke, and shout out my boy. Go watch our film, or it's the plan. Go look him up on YouTube, Zach Luke. But hell yeah, I definitely want to do some more shit. That shit like I ain't never ever thought about acting or nothing like that, but just doing that, being on set, being that vibe, like that's definitely some shit I'm gonna
You
put
gotta
myself
check them out.
in
You
the
gotta
future.
check them out in that little
I'm
short.
definitely gonna check them out.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that helped me direct that movie the way I directed it is the fact that I wrote it. Like, I embodied every character, every line. Like, I know every person's gesture. I know how they feeling, how they supposed to be. Sometimes more than the actor that's
Right.
acting it.
Cause this your shit, you wrote it.
Right. So it was easy for me to be like, hey, and turn into that character, and you can mimic me now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you know exactly what you need from that person.
So I
playing that role.
think you know, that's what helped me a lot, cause I thought the directing the movie was gonna be hard. I'm like, man, what do directors do? You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck is they
What the
doing?
fuck they do,
You
yeah.
know, I ain't go to school to know the titles and all of that shit and the duties and all of that tasks. So I'm literally Googling, like, yeah, what, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I ain't finna do all that shit. I'm just finna go out there and do what I
Yeah,
feel
do what I-
like.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And interact mainly with the camera and the actors. You feel me?
Yeah. For sure. So what you got planned for this year, man? What you got coming up? What you working on?
Man, we about to shoot a motherfucking heist movie.
That's what my movie was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we about to shoot a heist.
You got a name for it yet?
No, not yet. But it's definitely coming. You know what I'm saying? We about to start shooting next month sometime.
Any special features? Any special appearances?
Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We got Shauna playing an FBI agent in this next one. We got Cole Hard back in this next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna have Pops in there, Pop Radio.
Okay,
you know what I'm
Prince of
saying?
Pain. Shout out my
Prince of
homie
Pain.
Prince of Pain.
We got Tony back in there again. Probably have Jabe in a small role if we can, maybe. Michael, Young Fly,
Shout out
maybe.
the homie Tony Santos.
You know. So,
That's
most
what's up,
definitely.
man. All right, man. Well, we definitely gonna be checking for it, man. Like again, Cap and Gown is out right now. Rawfootagemovies.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go cop that. Go show some love. Go show some support. But before we get up out of here, man, I want people to see your spot, man. So we're gonna take a little tour, show everybody the spot, and then we'll check out after that, man. So why don't we go do that right now?
All right,
Do
bet.
All right. Keep rolling, Dre. Don't stop. You want to turn these lights on? All right, bro. So we're gonna walk through each set, kind of explain, the inspiration behind it. They were filming here earlier, so if you see some stuff like laying around out of place, they were just shooting before we started doing this. So right here, what we got here, the locker scene. What's the vibe right here?
Man, it look cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh,
So you get your motherfucking
Get
talking
your-
to a female like
you know.
on some high school shit, right?
I always
yeah.
wanted like a little scene to mimic a high school or any type of school. It could be done commercials, real good for photo ops, even music videos, you know what I'm saying? But it's just creative, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And you
yeah.
can't come nowhere and really see that often. So
Yeah.
just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
And it's up to the other creators to come up with
They
what the
create
scene is.
shit.
Yeah.
They gonna
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
I like this right
Yeah, I
here.
fuck with this hard.
Where you get all these damn street signs from, man?
Man,
Got
friend of mine named Juju. She came up off of him. She really didn't want to, but shout out to Juju. You know what I'm saying? She,
Also, somebody had all these?
yeah, she collects signs.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? She got more, but she didn't want to give them to me, so it's all good because this look amazing right here.
this heat.
And I just add, we be in this bitch blowing, so goddamn it, smoking
Kind
and
of
shit.
vibe you going
Yeah.
for on there.
Yeah.
Just a collective collage of some cool shit.
Okay. I like this one right here too. Look, it look real feminine, real fluffy, real soft.
I can,
You know.
I can see the females doing like the photos.
Yeah.
I like shooting with these type of backgrounds like this because, that camera when you got like, you know, a nice prime lens on, you can see all of this right here. Like it just pops out.
See,
Yeah,
watch this shit all.
my wife made this set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She built all of this shit by hand. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Decorated, painted, did all of that shit. You
Got
feel me?
details and had a low
Yeah, all of that. You know, she a creative genius.
Okay,
You know?
what's the vibe right here? The director chair.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, just having something,
Real Hollywood shit, you know what I'm saying?
you feel me? Just having something, you know what I'm saying, abstract and cool. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something you would just see anywhere, you know? And a lot of people like it. I really like it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to
fuck
do
this.
something on it. We slapped this little chair in here and shit just to match it up. You feel me? But
And we gotta get the man, one of the man on camera that helped build like the construction part of this shit, creative. My homie Tony right here, Tony Santos. Tony, what's up, man? Say what's up to the camera. Yeah. It's a lot of work. I know y'all see the finished product, but you didn't see, this was just an empty blank space.
Yeah.
And Tony came through with his crew. Bo got his hands dirty. All the guys came. Tony had them doing shit they probably never did before, cutting wood and nailing shit together. But man, y'all see the finished product.
Definition of.
And then what we
Get out
just
the
left
way.
was the stage area, you know what I'm saying, for our events and shit. So we got a full list stage right there, decorated as we please, you know. We got a nice little blue set right here. We still in construction, you know, we build shit every day. We made this, you may come in tomorrow and this would be something, or it'd be orange, you know what I mean? So we got a nice little blue set.
Even when it's done, you still working on it.
Man, I like this right here.
Yeah. Got the
This
MJ
look
in
like
the
the
background.
Chicago Bulls section. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And this was just like, man, red room with white accents. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I see chains hanging. I got a phone over there. We finna spray paint it. Let's get some ties, spray paint them. You know what I'm saying? Just being creative.
All you young motherfuckers probably never even used one of these right
Man, I
here.
always wonder how this shit work. How you dial like on this?
Used to press like this and go like this. I remember my son Dre, we had one in my mom's house. He's like, what the fuck is this? It's a phone.
Again, something that you wouldn't see nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just creative.
Now this right here give me, like I said, every creator got like a different vision. From first thing this says to me is like rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like Elvis Presley type shit. You know?
It's gonna be like the y'all seen that famous picture of Huey P. Newton when he's sitting in the chair. It's the vibe that y'all giving.
Yeah. So talk about this space.
Man, you
like
know,
the little details, you know, that people could see.
Man, you know, you see the records on the wall and shit. Shout out to wifey. My wife built this set too. I was in the crib one day, sleep. She woke me up, calling me like, man, babe, I just went to the thrift store and just got a whole bunch of shit for a set. I got an idea. So we drove straight over here and she just put this motherfucker together. You know what I'm saying? Tony bring the clock over. We got the chair.
We got the dreads. You know,
Dreads.
Got some vintage stuff up in here.
Oh, shit,
Old
you
school
got the
alarm clock.
camera.
You know what I'm saying? Vintage joints.
Oh yeah.
So,
heat.
you know, wifey just being the creator that she is, you know what I'm saying, art director and interior designer, it was easy for her to pick this, you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And do this.
So we here at the swing set. Explain the vibe here, man.
Man, good vibes, you know what I'm saying? Something homey and something that just feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
the
we
grass
already-
on the walls is a thing right now, and wifey went to the store and ordered these vines and started doing her thing again.
So your wife
When
she was like a big part of like your inspiration, and like she was a big part of the creativity into like the whole studio, the whole work.
A lot of the set designs, you feel me? She was like, let's get a light, put it back there. I'm like, that's cool, you feel me? I love it.
Yeah, we already got something in mind for this spot. We're gonna come
But
with
that
AB.
shit hold 600-pound weight, load
So
capacity.
we finna do a skit with AB and this girl. You know, you got a big girl. So. And just so y'all know, like, these sets come to life when you like do the
Oh,
lighting
yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm smacking some color lights on here, backlighting that joint, and it's gonna look like a whole different set. So if you like watch the scene right now, it's just regular, you know, warehouse lighting. But once you know, the creators know what it is, like they
They know.
can go to work with it. This right here though is actually is being like used right now for like music videos. It's like a hospital scene, but there's actually a specific use that you built this for, right?
Yeah, for the next movie, 2 of the characters got somebody, one of their loved ones in the movie, so we built a hospital set there so we could shoot the movie right here instead of try to rent out a hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So for
And
the next movie, that's gonna be like a real hospital scene.
That go back to like you said about people not giving us opportunities or whatever. Like you could have just paid to rent out a hospital, but you're like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna get my own shit, go build my own hospital set. That
And
way
then-
when I need to use it, I go do it.
And then also offer it to the next man that's trying to do
Sure.
it in the community of the niggas like me, Dre, you know what I'm saying, and other directors.
For sure. This is another set that was built specifically for the movie, but in the meantime, you know, creators could come and do their little scenes or whatever. So what's this right here?
Little police office, it's still in the making. Got a couple of more things to hang up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Little detective shits for the movie, you know.
So it's gonna be a scene when the motherfucker gets booked. They're gonna be in this here getting.
It could be used for office space, you know what I'm saying? Warden's office, whatever.
Yeah, you could do a whole bunch of shit with this.
Because when we get done shooting the movie, I'm gonna turn this one into a courthouse. This is gonna be a courtroom. You had a little judge stand and shit.
All right. And this is like some straight up photo shoot video.
Yeah, this shit heat.
This shit's ready right here.
This is heat.
Yeah.
I think this my favorite little set.
Yeah. We about to build another one of these, but different color and different light, you know what I'm saying, angles and
different
shit.
pattern, yup.
Different patterns.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit, we built this in one day, ordered the lights. You know, we did all the work ourselves. We did all the building ourselves with a couple of friends. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
It goes back to what we talked about earlier, keeping costs down because you're independent. You
Exactly.
know, like ain't nobody coming and supporting you financially, so you got to make the smartest move with your money.
Exactly.
And this is dope. We about to use this week. I'm gonna need an hour right here. We're gonna come do a bunch of green screen shots. So you know, if y'all ain't familiar how green screens work, you could put anything behind here.
Yeah.
You edit, you can be falling from the sky, and it'll look like you know you falling from the sky if you know what you're doing. You know how to set it up the right way.
Just don't want no green when you on it.
So this is dope. And this right here, some people call it like the infinity wall. You know, when you light it the right way, like I said, the lighting ain't, you know, when you light it the right way, it feels like this just goes on forever. Like you're not, you can't tell where the wall starts or ends, you know, so
we
this is dope
we could
too.
put cars on here, put props on here, create stages on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
About how creative you
Yeah, however create, this is like a blank canvas, just paint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you still got a lot of space here. We could
Oh yeah.
build some other stuff. So
See, you got a little jail cell right here.
Got room to bring cars in, you know what I'm saying, and do sets, open space. Still got room to build more sets.
this is definitely one of the spots that you don't get to use a lot when you're doing video production. So
It's the only type of experience I ever want to be in the cell.
yeah, so unfortunately we familiar with spots like this, but now we in a whole different situation, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's the jail scene, cell
I
scene.
felt like this out of a lot of spaces to rent in Chicago, this was one of the ones that lacked. You know what I'm saying? In our culture, a lot of people doing the type of music that we do,
Yeah, I had TV
they done
out
been to jail before. You know what I'm saying? And they can't never get out and do no jail
like
scene
this.
because they ain't got access to a jail scene. Well,
They small.
here at Great Nova Cinema Studios, we got it. I'm talking
Yup.
about real penitentiary
There's a
TVs
real
and
TV from the
everything.
state joint right here.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Dream
real
on my
joints.
cellies. Somebody got to sleep on the floor though.
We got outfits and everything. You feel me?
Yeah, man. So
People love this set right here.
y'all know what it is right now. Y'all can rent these sets out. You know they're available on Peerspace. We're gonna put the link in the comment. We're gonna put the link in the description. And you know we got this.
Oh, y'all got the whole year to dig.
We got the whole getting booked scene. You know, so all right, man. That's what's up, Bo. Man, you got a dope ass spot here.
Yeah.
All the creators out there, come book your hours here and go to work, man. Bo, anything else before we leave, bro?
Man, creators create, man. You know what I'm saying? This spot is for the creators, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my partner, Tony Santos, you know what I'm saying? Power of credit. Goddamn it, man, if you're looking to create and be creative, this the spot for you. Models, actors, directors, photographers, goddamn it, bloggers, podcasters, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? This the space for you, Great Nova Cinema Studios.
That's what's up, man. Yay, that's episode 3, man.
Yes, sir. In the
wrap.
bag. In the
We out of
bag.
here. Peace.
If you ain't shooting with Love City, I don't know who you shooting with.